Welcome to Kickturn Party! Hey, it's our 100th episode, and I cannot believe that we've been doing this long enough to have 100 episodes, and that's even with some of the lost episodes that never made it to the light of day. But we got a full house in here today. We've got Rhett, we got Lance, we got JD, Natbite, we got Bob, we got Justin, and back there we got Todd. And Bunny is working the booth. He came in here and said hello for a second. But we got a lot to talk about. We haven't been in the actual studio in a while because we've got a radio show now, and that seems to be the only thing we have time for. But luckily, Bunny forced us to come in and do this today. So lucky you. But yeah, so we got all these guys in. We're going to talk about our last trip to Rage at the Rose 3 a little bit and just generally be idiots. So what do you guys got to say?
First, talk to the people who didn't get to go.
Yeah, well, all you guys that didn't show up, but anyway. So, Rhett, what's been going on in your life? You're skating again, huh?
Skating again, going to the indoor ramp, doing a little bit of pushing. Feels good to be back out.
Yeah. Lance, what are you up to?
I'm really enjoying the weekly sessions at MF Ramp. I'm still pushing my skateboard a lot.
Awesome.
Yeah.
JD, we know what you're up to.
Exactly. Trouble.
We hear from you all the time. You guys know what's up with me. I just tore my ACL, so I'm not doing shit right now. Bob, what are you up to?
Well, I'm loving the MF ramp. It's just the perfect ramp for an old man such as myself to come back kind of out of retirement because I haven't ridden a ramp in a long time. And, man, I'm getting back most of my tricks. And the biggest trick was the last time I was there, and I landed on my ribs, and I'm still hurting from it. So,
Shit'll break you off.
it will do it.
What are you doing, Todd? Besides hanging out, lurking in the background.
no, just-
lurking out in the
And
background.
spilling your drink
Basically
all over
making
the
a
carpet.
mockery of everything I go around, completely trashing every institution that exists, ruining tradition and other people's spaces. That's pretty much it.
And Justin, what are you up to?
Hitting that MF ramp any chance I get. Sundays and Wednesdays.
We're doing it.
And I've been
What's Bunny up to?
I've been working with the local Chapter 37 skateboard reenactors and doing my
The
best.
Reenactors Local 37.
I've been trying to learn to not grab my trucks when I'm on the platform at MF and hold it by the grip tape instead. So
Well, you can't mall grip, bud.
Yeah.
Not the ramp.
You know who was an unabashed fucking mall grabber was Jay Cowler.
Oh, yeah.
He did it, and he knew he was doing it, and he didn't care, and he said, fuck you. And he did it. And he, every time walking up to the park.
It's fair if you've got a cooler in the other hand and a backpack on.
There's nothing wrong.
Otherwise,
There's
like,
nothing wrong.
There's
with
nothing
the
wrong
mall
with
grab.
as long as you're not at the mall.
Yeah.
Right.
We are going to look at a couple of rage clips, but I have got to apologize to everybody. I cannot step up to the plate and do what Jay Kabler did. I've been there for the past 3 years documenting this thing, and I always end up losing footage. So
And special shout out to Tyson Brown,
I
man.
know.
Every
Tyson,
year we
I'm so
promise we're going to
sorry.
get good footage of you, and we lay down on it every year.
I'm going to try again.
Rage 4, we've got you, man. I swear. Come by and get his free T-shirt, man. We're sorry.
I do have a couple of great clips. I mean, I was in the process of going through all this stuff, and then life just got busy. And I'm sure it's on a hard drive somewhere. I just don't know where. But we'll watch these clips.
Yeah, let's take a look at what we got for
It-
Rage 3,
could
hosted by Paul Guerrero in Ardmore, Tennessee. It's probably the coolest vert contest that's going this side of the Mississippi. If you haven't been there yet, you need to try to figure out a way to get there. And if things go well, I might enter this year.
Heck yeah.
We got
heck
Paul
yeah.
Guerrero coming up right now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, hey.
Here we go.
There he is zipping his pants.
There's JD and Beaver hanging out on the
JD,
rollout
yeah.
there.
Hey, Beaver.
I didn't know Beaver was going to be there.
Yeah. Paul, the nicest guy that you'll ever encounter,
How old
man.
is Paul?
Paul's
He's 60.
2, 1.
Is he 61? I think he's a year younger than Cowboy.
I
Yeah.
think he told me he was about to turn 62.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's a year younger than Cowboy.
Look at that.
Yeah, big invert. Hand turn.
Dude, and who does hand plants at 62?
Paul was doing layback airs on the ladder thing that they hung up over the coping at Rage 2. I've got pictures of him doing layback airs holding onto the pool
Yeah.
ladder handle.
13 foot.
Yeah, that's a big freaking ramp.
13 feet.
Yeah, we got to skate it a little bit this fall. Got backside airs back on it, and we took Matt and Todd
Jeez.
Jumped in-
I don't want to talk about
We
it.
jumped in a little clown car and drove out to Ardmore and had a pretty good session.
Yeah, that was a gnarly trick right there. The backside.
Woo! Yeah,
Fortunately,
Paul.
I got to claim that my knee was hurt and didn't have to skate.
Yeah.
And Bunny gets some pretty good footage.
Not too bad.
Yeah.
When he's not being told he's in the way.
Yeah. Michael in.
Yeah,
You
know-
need,
yeah, look at that.
You know,
That
the
was big.
camera makes that ramp look so mellow, but it's not. When
It's
you're standing
huge
at
and
the
ugly.
bottom of it, that
Yeah.
ramp is gigantic and it's scary. And all I do is roll from the bottom and get about halfway up. It's all I do.
It's all mental, man. Anybody can drop in on
yeah,
that.
look at that.
Woo!
Look at that. It's beautiful.
Look how many people are there. That's freaking rad. Yeah,
How much vert does that ramp have?
2 feet of vert.
2 feet of vert.
2 feet of vert.
And 13 feet.
Shout
it's
out to,
literally- it's literally a kickturn party for the rest of us.
Exactly.
We are kickturning.
Yes.
Shout out to Peter Fernay for the 2 feet of vert, man. There's nothing better than a big air ramp with 2 feet of vert.
Yeah. Well, let's move. Shall we move on?
Let's move on.
Can we move
Shit.
on?
We got nothing but time here on Kickturn Party.
Here we go.
There's Pete.
So this guy is maybe the nicest guy in skateboarding going right now. Mike is super cool guy, and he is probably one of the biggest rippers in our area.
Agreed.
For vert.
Rad.
Yeah, he.
And he showed up at the session we went to a few weeks ago and played around a little bit and was blowing minds.
He got to skate Hawks Rap, right?
Yep.
He skates a lot like me.
Yeah. I see the similarities.
Yeah.
I see the similarities.
I don't.
In your dreams?
I don't. But no, he does this indecisive rock and roll thing. And the first time I saw it, I was like, what did he just do? It was a rock and roll, but it wasn't a rock and roll, but then it was a rock and roll.
It's kind of like the Lansdale, where you hit your back truck and kind of bring it back in, like a rock to truck to.
Like a shuffle?
Yeah, kind of, I guess.
It was a rock and roll shuffle is what it
Yeah.
was.
The concept of shuffle is to take your time to set up for the next wall and guess you're going to do something crazy.
Yeah, Peter kept looking at me like shaking his finger because I was too close to the trophy.
Yeah, well, Peter runs a
Yeah, there it is.
There.
Yeah.
Peter runs a really tight ship, but that's what you need to keep, 200 skateboarders organized for a weekend to actually pull off a contest. If it were me or you trying to do it, I'd be like, yeah, whatever. But Peter runs a tight ship, so thank you for doing everything that you do,
To be
Pete.
fair, to give good love to Rhonda, too, who runs the horse farm next to it that is his wife. But they're super good people, man.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
the
yeah.
nicest people you can meet.
Look at that. Bam.
Yeah.
Oh, man, yeah.
Now, if you can hear the audio to this, you'll hear a whole bunch of really loud, obnoxious cowbells. That was me and JD. Everybody has these little 2 and 4 inch cowbells. We showed up with 10-inch cowbells. We were beating the crap.
And
out
then
of
wanted to buy them.
them. And then everybody wanted to
You
buy
guys
them.
got
Yeah.
those cowbells? Kickturn Party cowbells next
Kickturn
year.
Party, yep. We might have to show up with a few extras this coming year. All right, that was rad.
Heck yeah.
So this is episode 100. We've been doing this since 2017.
We
Good
started
Lord.
this in on. Hey man, we should do a TV show.
Yeah.
Let's do it. And we talked about it a little bit last night on the radio. Me and Jay and Bunny and JD sitting on Market Square, and Bunny's like, "Man, I work at the TV studio. We should do a TV show." And we came up with Kickturn Party because we already had a theme song. So shout out to Epic Ditch for our
Heck yeah.
killer theme song, and here we are. And we still, for some reason, have viewers and people that actually tune into this crap.
And what's
But
up for the next 100 episodes?
yeah, what are we gonna do for the next 100 episodes?
We've got plenty of ideas. The cage.
We do?
The cage. The
Oh,
unfair.
we haven't done a true cage
Yeah.
or a true unfair episode, and it's been getting some traction lately. They rebroadcast that stupid news story from summer of '86, so that's been making its rounds on the internet again.
Somebody
but-
didn't think it was stupid because
Well,
they're loving it.
Yeah, and
That
yeah,
would be you.
yeah. I mean, I got a little plug out of it. We're not gonna lie. Maybe make some T-shirts from that. But,
What's you with the plug-in?
the plug-in. I don't know, man. I like to do it.
So what about Kickturn Party Radio? If these people don't know,
Tell the people about Kickturn Party Radio.
I don't know how do I explain it. It's
JB sucks at this. This is how he is on the radio.
Bloody hell!
So we have a
Jamie,
radio
don't know
show,
what you're doing.
Knoxville Community Media, which Bunny is the executive and creative director, allowed us to have a radio show every Friday from 4 to 6 Eastern.
Radio KCM.
RadioKCM.com.
On the TuneIn app.
And because we are on the internet, we don't have to conform to any FCC bullshit. We can say anything we want, play anything we want.
I can say booger.
You can.
All
You can say
right.
Rolling
We're old enough to remember that.
So-
We might have been too young
So
for that
tune
one.
in to Kickturn Party Radio. It's radiokcm.com Fridays from 4 to 6. And then after us is a pretty good youth show called Fear of Music. And then after that is the regionally famous, all-time great radio show, The Fun House, that is now moved to KCM Radio. So
Amen.
tune in.
Amen.
Check us out.
And
We've got big guests coming up. We've had Olson on, Steve Olson. We've had Dan Levy from Juice Mag, and we've got some pretty exciting guests coming up. As long as they don't bail on us at the last minute, we've got some big stuff coming up. So check us out on the
so
radio.
we play Madonna and
We
Miley
play-
Cyrus.
No, mostly Taylor
Okay.
Swift, but we throw in a little Oingo Boingo.
Okay.
I like Taylor
I like
Swift.
going to Boingo. Right.
Hey,
No,
so I want to say something real quick. We have Rat Taylor here, and in case nobody ever gives credit or knows about the old Rat Taylor, that dude played
that
a big
asshole
part-
that used to work at Pluto.
played a big part of my life, and I definitely appreciate his influence, and I just wanted to say that out loud in public. So
Well,
thanks
I
for
wish
having
you would.
me.
I wish you'd speak up because the guy is a wordsmith and it's the funniest guy you'll ever
Oh, yeah.
have a conversation with. He just freezes up when he gets on camera and shit.
us about the raccoon?
That's a different.
Tell us that raccoon story you were telling us earlier. Right?
All right, so if you really want to hear the story,
Oh, God.
You should totally run for governor. Fucking in, dude.
All right, we may have to edit that story out.
Well, my favorite Red
If you're lucky enough to see that and on the light of day, oh my god!
He said he used to work at the skate hut, and I'll never forget this. And some lady came in there. She wanted her kid to go skating.
Oh no! Yeah, the helmet story. Tell.
oh yeah, the
That's the
helmet
one.
story. So yeah,
Yeah, that shit really happened. I was there for that. That happened.
when I worked at Skate Hut, you could rent the park for birthday parties or whatever events, and we had a kind of fancy West Knox mom come in with her kids, and she
And
was really
we had a mascot.
Yeah, we had a mascot. It was Rat Stink. He was a little mouse that we had caught, but he would escape every now and then and mate with the other mice, and then we'd catch him and we'd bring him back. So
Rat stink.
this mom comes in and she has her fancy kids, and we had rental pads, and she was not at all happy that she had, or her kids had to use stinky rental pads that strangers had had before, and she kind of went on and on about, the hygiene. It's like, no, we spray them down, it's all good. So I take out the box of pads.
The box of pads.
The box
There
of
was nothing
sweaty-
clean about it. Still slimy from the day before.
Sweaty, humid pads, and I put it out
This
there.
is before MRSA.
To serve her kids the pads. And then we saw the fruits of Rat Stink's escaped labor with the little wiggling fetal mice in there.
pinkies.
Little pink mice, and she is appalled. I'm like, oh no, those are just the spawn of our pet mouse that we've recaptured here. Look, I'll show you. It's all cool. I open up the Rat Stink's cage, dump little pink mice in there. He looks at him, grabs one, and eats it right from the face,
Right in front of them all.
right in front of everybody. So, just for her kid on his birthday, I didn't think Brian would mind. I opened up a new set of pads and just said, "Here, this is our newest set of rental pads, brand new." Clean.
That's all. Please don't call the authorities.
And on that note, episode 100.
Thanks for stopping by the Kickturn Party. We appreciate you. Send us email, kickturnparty@gmail.com. Tell us how bad we are at this.
It's terrible.
Postcard.
Oh, yeah. So
Letters.
we've got a postcard thing going. If you want to get a postcard and draw on it, make a cool, mail it to us postcard. It's P.O. Box 23514, Knoxville, Tennessee 37933. And if you send a cool one and we all like it, we'll put it on our Instagram feed and we'll send you a t-shirt. Kickturn Party out. That's what